A Chicago judge takes away child custody from a mother because she did not get the COVID-19 vaccine. Folks, this is medical tyranny. In other news, the Biden administration warns there will be a new attack at Kabul, Afghanistan, in the next 24 to 36 hours, saying a new attack is highly likely, with the U.S. Embassy warning Americans at Kabul Airport to leave immediately. Folks, things are going to go up in flames. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today we need to talk about the tyranny that is coming for you under the Biden administration. Here you can see on the Daily Mail, mother claims Chicago judge stripped her of custody of her son because she will not get the COVID vaccine. Now, the reason for this is because she claims that she has a medical history of adverse reactions to the vaccine, and, according to her doctor, may not be good for her. But we're going to talk about all that and more. But before we do, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content, and my friends, do your part to fight against tyranny and share this video with your family and friends. And now for a quick shout out to my sponsor, introducing Webull. Webull is an easy and convenient trading app where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency and stocks, where all you have to do is open an account and deposit $5 to get 2 free stocks. These stocks could be worth up to $1,400. Folks, it's basically free money. Join Webull, download the app, and deposit your first $5 by clicking the link down below in the description. And we're back. Let's jump right in. We have this disturbing story. Rebecca Furlett says that Cook County Judge James Shapiro blindsided her when he stripped her of custody of her son because she had not gotten the vaccine. She says he made the decision during an August 10th court hearing via Zoom. This is Kangaroo Court on television. So according to the story, Judge Shapiro had asked her about her vaccination status, and she told him she did not get the vaccine because she has had bad reactions to vaccines. The judge then ruled that she had to relinquish all of her parenting time with her son until she gets vaccinated. Oh my God, this is tyranny, folks. This is so much overreach, it makes Biden look like a social distancer and not a social sniffener. Furlett is currently appealing the court order, saying the judge does not have the right to take away her parenting rights just because she's not vaccinated. The father's attorney admitted they were surprised by the decision, but said they are supporting the ruling given the seriousness of the pandemic. Oh, and isn't that the kicker? Now look, we're heading down some very dangerous territory. It's very scary. Not even medical tyranny. If this woman talked to her doctor, and the doctor said, look, you have allergies or you have a medical condition and you have a long history of adverse reactions, if her doctor recommended that she should not get a vaccine or that she could not get a vaccine, because there are people out there who have medical conditions who can't get it according to their doctor, the judge has no right to take away her ability to see her son. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is a scary time and day we are living in. No, I am not against vaccines. I think vaccines are pretty good. That being said, people need to talk to their doctors and make their own medical decisions. It sounds like this woman was making her decision, and this is absolute overreach. There's really no other way to put it. Now, I don't want to get too much into this story because things with the vaccines are way too political. There's way too much censorship. All I can say is that I do not offer medical advice. I am not a medical practitioner. Don't come to me for advice. Go to your doctor for advice. But I will talk about the tyranny. Here on the Daily Mail, thousands of anti-vaxxers marched through London in a massive medical freedom demonstration against vaccine passports. Now, I want to make something very clear, because this is exactly the problem with the narrative. The headline says anti-vaxxer, but these people aren't necessarily anti-vax. These people are protesting against vaccine passports. They are protesting against mandatory vaccine IDs that you need to go to the store, buy food, or fly to other places, travel. This, my friends, is not the same thing as being anti-vax. In fact, many of these protesters have been vaccinated. I think there's a few American celebrities who said that they are vaccinated, and they do not support vaccine passports or IDs. It has nothing to do with being anti-vax. You can be pro-vax and still be anti-vaccine passport. Here the story says, thousands of anti-vaxxers have taken to the streets of central London in protest as they continue their campaign against mandated vaccines and COVID passports. Demonstrators purportedly from the Save Our Rights UK group, armed with St. George's flags, placards, banners, and megaphones, spent the afternoon marching through the capital. The collective had previously promoted the Medical Freedom March, which would be standing against mandated vaccines and vaccine passports. So this is currently happening in the UK, and they are part of a coordinated worldwide protest, seen also in cities in Italy and France, at governments' decisions to impose mandatory vaccinations for some members of society. So apparently this is happening in Europe. Several governments have mandated these things for certain people, and people are upset. You can see here in these pictures the massive amounts of protest against what is currently going on. And I gotta hand it, some of these flags are hilarious. I gotta hand it to France and some of these other countries. They have a lot more courage than a lot of Americans here in America, and it really bothers me. Where are the protesters? Whether they're pro-vaccine or anti-vaccine mandate, you don't see people out there making their voices heard, and it's really sad. But I want to take you back to Afghanistan. According to Disclosed TV, a new attack is imminent. Here the story says, just in, new attack in #Kabul is highly likely in the next 24 to 36 hours, Biden says in a new statement. So something very, very bad is happening in Afghanistan. Not only is the evacuation failing miserably, as the U.S. Embassy is telling Americans to stay away from the airport and, use your brain. If Americans can't get to the airport, then they're not going to be able to evacuate. AKA, Americans are now hostages. And I predicted this days ago. I said, this is a hostage situation. Funny how everything I talk about always seems to, happen. Check this out. According to the story, the U.S. Embassy in Kabul told Americans at the city's airport gates to leave immediately, citing security threats following the suicide bombing that killed 13 U.S. service members and at least 170 Afghan civilians. It really sounds like they expect another attack. Oh man, I've seen so many stories about people left in Afghanistan, their families, their friends. There's this heartbreaking recording from a mother about her son who died in Afghanistan. This has been the biggest disaster in U.S. history. Here on the Washington Post, the storms of August, Biden's devastating month, stokes midterm fears among the Democrats. Now, I've said before that Republicans want to impeach Joe Biden, and they plan to, if they can take back the House during the midterms. The midterms are right around the corner. Here it says, President Biden is mired in the most devastating month of his tenure in office, struggling to contain a deadly crisis in Afghanistan, an unyielding pandemic, and other setbacks have sent waves of anger and worry through his party as his poll numbers decline. Many Democrats increasingly fear that the tenets of Biden's presidency, competence, calm, and control, are you trolling? Can credibly be called into question for the first time. Are you kidding me? For the first time? The guy is a bumbling old fool. They say potentially laying a foundation for devastating consequences in the 2022 midterm elections. Folks, Biden has been an idiot all the way through. He is a joke. He is a freaking failure of a president. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Is America and these Western countries becoming more and more tyrannical? Are Americans now going to be hostages in Afghanistan and Kabul? Let me know your opinion by commenting down below in the description. As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar. Joining will give you access to a private Discord server. It's members only, so be sure to join, as this channel is currently not monetized and relies on viewers like you. If you want to donate, you can donate via DonorBox or via crypto. Links and addresses are down below. Anyhow, I want to thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day, folks. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you all next time.